Please subscribe and click the hype and like button to get more content like this. Before we start, a quick disclaimer. Everything demonstrated in this video is strictly for educational purposes, to show you how to protect yourself. All demonstrations are performed in a controlled lab environment on our own testing devices. We never target real users, and using this knowledge to gain unauthorized access to actual people or systems is strictly illegal and unethical.
In this video, we're going to look at how we can use the inSSIDer network analyzer to perform reconnaissance activities for a penetration test. Our first step is going to be to download inSSIDer. To do that, we can go to the URL seen at the top of my screen in a web browser. The URL is metageek.com/inSSIDer. On the main screen, we're going to click on the Download inSSIDer button, and this should automatically start the download for your inSSIDer application. Once the download has completed, click on Open File. At this stage, you'll need to have created an inSSIDer account in order to continue with the installation process. Once you create an account and click Login, you'll be redirected to this main page of the application. Here, you'll see a list of all the networks that the application was able to identify. For each network found, you'll find the SSID, the signal strength, radios, clients, channels, whether or not the network is secure, the modes, the max rate, and when the network was last seen. The main purpose of this application is as a network analyzer for performance. So oftentimes, the use case for this application is to optimize and improve a network's speed and performance. However, this same information can be helpful for the information gathering phase of a penetration test. By performing this network discovery that the application has automatically done, we can see all of the wireless networks that are within range, and that can help us identify any potential targets we might want to test. Also, gathering this SSID information or MAC addresses of access points can help you in determining how you might want to go about testing those networks. Additionally, we can use this channel analysis, which we can see there is only one 2.4 gigahertz channel that this network is running on, to see which channels are actually being used, and that can help us identify any way that we could interfere with the network or vulnerabilities that might be present based on the channel being used. This can also be a way of seeing which networks are overlapping in terms of the channels that they are using. When we look at the signal strength of a given network, we can determine how far the coverage area or reach of a given network is, which can be useful for understanding where you might want to put something like a rogue access point or perform man-in-the-middle attacks. This can also help us get an idea of where the physical location of the access points of a given network are, which can be useful in our penetration tests. If we double-click on any network that we found, we can get more information specifically about the given access point. Here, we can see the security that's applied to the network, in this case WPA2 personal, and this can give us an idea of what kind of encryption type is used by a given network. In this way, we could identify if a network is using a weaker encryption type or has poor security configurations that we might be able to take advantage of. It can also tell us if the network is open, in which case we will be able to freely connect to that network. If we return to the main screen, we see that there is a filter to apply for hidden networks. This allows us to hide hidden networks, but by default, hidden networks will be found by inSSIDer as well. So if a network is hiding its SSID, this application may still find it. On the left-hand side of the screen, we have a few different tabs we can navigate to. By default, we start on the See All Networks tab, but we can also go to See All Clients, and we can see that there is an experimental feature where inSSIDer can discover devices on your local network using various IP tools. So once you have connected to a given network, this tool can also be useful for finding what other tools or devices may be connected on your network as well. We can also click on the See All Channels tab and see what channels are being utilized, what percentage of utilization is on each given channel, and which network has the highest signal on a given channel. We are also able to navigate to the Network Snapshots page, where we can take snapshots of a network to track how the network changes over time. And we can expand and collapse this tab as we wish. If we go to the top left corner and click on File, we can see that we can discover LAN clients, and we can export summary. This summary export can be very useful for the reporting phase of your information gathering. So when it comes time to put together everything that you found, this tool has a nice way of packaging that together for you. We can customize whether we see 2.4 GHz only, 5 GHz only, or both in the View section of our toolbar, as well as customizing the time frame that we see in terms of the last 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes. And there's also a dark mode. And then if we click on the Help button, we have some information on resources about using this tool. So this is how we can go about using inSSIDer as an information gathering tool around networks, even though that's not its express use case. So this also goes to show that penetration tests can make use of tools that aren't necessarily specifically built with penetration testing in mind. We can get creative and use other applications to help get this kind of information for us.